You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi, I'm Seth Peterson.
Hi, I'm Debbie Hedren.
I'm Rhonda Schwartz.
I'm Doris Roberts.
This is Jessalyn Gilson.
Hello, I'm Victor Webb.
Hi, this is Charlotte Ross.
Hi, this is Ed Begley Jr. What's up, you guys? This is AJ from the Backstreet Boys.
Hi, this is Shannon Elizabeth, and you're listening to Talkin' Pets.
Talkin' Pets.
Talkin' Pets.
And you're listening to Talkin' Pets.
Talking Pets
Talkin' Pets.
with Jon Patch.
Jon Patch.
You're listening to Talkin' Pets with Jon Patch.
Hello, America, and welcome to Talkin' Pets with your host, Jon Patch. Join Jon and his expert guests with all of your pet questions, concerns, comments, and stories. Now it's time for Talkin' Pets with your host, Jon Patch.
Talkin' Pets, I'm Jon Patch. We welcome your calls and questions at 866-606-TALK. That's 866-606-8255. Of course, Talkin' Pets heard coast to coast on your favorite radio station. We're joined this hour by Kellyanne Payne. She is an animal expert. She's going to be answering your behavior questions and your training questions about your pets. But we're going to be having a special guest joining us. Her name is Brent Atwater. Her book is called I'm Home, A Dog's Never-Ending Love Story. We're going to explain that book and what Brent is all about in just a couple of seconds, but she will be open to your psychic questions about your pets. The show here is produced by Miss Jana Winters.
Hey, John.
Hi, Jana. How you doing, Jana? I think you need to get the little...
There we go.
You need to get the little ghouls out of your buttons over there.
How's it going? It's working now.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Oh, man.
The show is also produced by Mr. Mark Weber. When you call in at 866-606-8255, you'll call in and speak with Mark, and he'll put you on the line with us. Again, it's 866-606-8255. But once again, I'm Jon Patch.
I'm Kellyanne Payne. I'm Jenna Winters.
And you are listening to Talkin' Pets. And once again, you're listening to Talkin' Pets. Happy Halloween. I'm Jon Patch.
I'm Kellyanne Payne. I'm Jenna Winters.
We have a special guest joining us in this hour of the program. Her name is Brent Atwater. The book is called I'm Home, A Dog's Never-Ending Love Story. True stories from around the world, plus questions and answers about pet reincarnation and animal communication. I want to welcome on to the program right now, Talkin' Pets, Brent Atwater. Hey, Brent, how you doing?
Hi there, John, Jenna, Mark.
It's nice to have you on with us.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Well, as you know, I wanted to introduce you to, of course, the girls here, Kellyanne Payne.
Hello, Kellyanne.
Hello.
And then we've got Jenna Winters over there.
Hey.
Jenna, got the gibbles out of your gibbles?
Got it.
Got it.
Got it and got it.
You know, and then you already spoke with Mark Weber when he called you.
He's a traffic master.
Yeah, that's him. Hey, got a question for you.
Yeah, after I'm getting my finished crying for your lead-in, my favorite song, go ahead.
Yeah, see? Our little psychic
I
thing
mean,
there.
was that...
Looks like I'm psychic, too.
Oh...
Now, I want to ask you, before we get into talking about your book, if somebody has a question for you about your pet, Brent, or about their pet, what would you need from them in order for you to answer their questions?
Well, what I do is if someone were to call in today, all they've got to do is ask me, and then I will either tell you I can get that information or not. Being a medical intuitive, I have the ability to see energy and look inside a body. And so I can literally look at your pet's stomach, his intestines, and all sorts of other bones, marrow, tissues, and you name it. Or I can see the future energy, which in the pet reincarnation allows me to see if your pet's going to reincarnate at a future time, because I can see future energy in both humans and animals.
You know, it's amazing the books that you wrote, because you have two of them. You have I'm Home, A Dog's Never-Ending Love Story, and then you have I'm Home, A Cat's Never-Ending Love Story.
And have a horse one to follow, yep.
So you've got dogs, cats, and horses. So if people have questions about those pets, you know, those three animals in particular, species, you can answer those questions. And
I can try. Let's say that way.
Yeah, and then the thing I want to put out, I mean, it's interesting, Brent, because I've worked in radio now. This is 20 years that I'm celebrating working in radio on the air.
For it. Go ahead.
Thanks. And the thing is that I've met a lot of different people, and you and I have met for the first time over the phone this week.
Yes.
And I want to tell you, I mean, and I'm telling everybody across America right now, when we were talking on the phone, I put you out on the spot, Brent, and you were 100%, actually 101% exactly right when you told me what was physically going on with me right now, which totally floored me.
Thank you.
And I have told a number of people already about you, Because, as you and I spoke, I absolutely believe in the powers because of my own reasons. But the thing is that you were spot on.
Well, here's how I really feel. I feel like my guidance is spot on. I just really feel like it's a gift that I get to channel and be the steward of. I feel like it's a gift, and I just get to be the steward of it and say my prayers, call it up, and it goes to work, and I'm just sitting there going, wow, this is pretty interesting to me, too.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I will let you know, that I did call my doctor's office.
Good. I was going to ask you off the air. Okay. We'll check about that later.
I did. By the way...
okay.
I want to get into these books. Now, the books, basically, so people know, first of all, I'm Home, and it's, the cat and the dog books.
Yep.
Where can they purchase them? Are they available in bookstores or on your website?
Well, you can get my books are justplainlovebooks.com.
Justplainlovebooks.com.
Justplainlovebooks.com, and they're also on Amazon. The cat book just got on, like, last night at 12:01 or 1:01, so you may see temporarily unavailable because it means they're still filling in the information about it, but it's ready to go just as soon as we get going. I mean, that's all I can tell you. I'm just waiting for Amazon to fill in the necessary details, and then it's a go. But it's also available on my site. Just click on it. They'll reserve you one. And
so you can actually can you go to BrentAtwater.com as well?
Yeah. If you go to BrentAtwater.com, that's the main site for the Pet Medical Intuitive and for the Pet Reincarnation under the books. And it will take you to the Reincarnation books, and each book, you just click on it and you can purchase it right off the site there.
Brent, I'm going to ask you this, too. That's your birth name, Brent?
Yep.
It's funny because when I tell people, I was telling a bunch of people about you, and they were like, well, how does he do it? And I was like, no, she. And so people know Brent is a she, female, Brent Atwater. The website is BrentAtwater.com if you want to check it out for the books. I'm Home, a dog's never-ending love story.
Did y'all get yours, by the way?
Yes, we did. We're holding them right now, actually. And thank you, by the way, for the medical intuition, medical intuitive diagnosis book, because, I am going to be reading that cover to cover.
Copy,
So, I'm actually looking forward to that. But I want to put out there, if somebody has a question for Brent Atwater about their pet, and they want to know medical things that may be going on, or physical things, as you say, as well, with the pets, give us a call at 866-606-8255, 866-606-TALK, and Brent will tell you about that. But we're also going to be talking, of course, about reincarnation, which I think is interesting. Now, in the story, so just people know, I'm Home Books by Brent Atwater. Brent, there's all short stories in here about pets that have come back to their owners, correct?
Right. What I did is I spent about 15 years researching pet reincarnation because I lost, my fiance was killed, and I studied reincarnation to figure out how to get him back. And while doing that, I had pets, and I kept noticing that my pets were having the same tendencies and everything I was reading about reincarnation all sort of grew together. And I have a dog that is in his 5th reincarnation with me in this lifetime, and so I just sort of woke up and said, okay, Brent, you're going to do 2 books. My guide said you're going to do books on pet reincarnation, and that's the way that's your assignment, so get it done. So I talked to people for about, basically off and on for 15 years, and took every question anybody ever asked me and put it in these books. And if I get questions today, that'll be in probably the book when I revise the books about every 4 to 6 months, because any question that's asked that's not in that book, I make sure it's in that book.
Well, I've got a bunch of questions for you. We're going to be talking about pet reincarnation.
I got it ready to go.
So don't go away. We're going to take a little break, Brent. When we come back, we're going to continue on. We're going to talk about pet reincarnation. And if you've got a question about your pets and you want to know what's ailing them, Brent may be able to answer that for you. So give us a call at 866-606-8255. That's 866-606-TALK. Once again, you're listening to Talkin' Pets. I'm Jon Patch.
I'm Kellyanne Payne. I'm Jenna Winters.
And we're speaking with Brent Atwater. I'm Home, a dog's never-ending love story. Pick up the phone. Give us a call, 866-606-8255.
Talkin' Pets. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
Hey, boy, how you doing? What am I doing? I'm creating your own life book. It's a website that's just for you. Remember that picture I took of you pulling off Lisa's bathing suit? Yeah, I know, me too. I'm putting that awesome picture on your Lifebook page. We'll see what comments we get. And that great video we took of you standing on the table with your head inside the turkey, that's definitely going on there. No, it's easy. It only took me 2 minutes to set up your page. I chose a great theme, and I can connect with millions of other pet parents. I can also create a memorial Lifebook. No, not for Grandma, but we can make one for Fluffy, remember her? And we can even put links to our favorite pet charity, and friends can make donations. People can create their own Lifebook for their pets by going to petliferadio.livingyearspets.com, or they can sign up on the Pet Life Radio homepage. Where's Lisa? She's outside by the pool. Hey, come back here! Create your own Lifebook for your pet. petliferadio.livingyearspets.com.
Want to know what cats like to eat for breakfast? Mice Krispies, of course. Learn everything there is to know about cats on Catitude with your host, Tom Dock. Each week, we'll spotlight a cool cat breed, give up-to-date advice on cat health, and check out spiffy new cat products. So curl up on the couch every week for a perfectly enjoyable time on Catitude. Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
What you say, she said. What you mean, he said. Boy, don't play, she said. What you mean, he said. Damn it, 10 minutes later, standing up in the principal's office, getting handed the phone, clammed up because his father...
And once again, you're listening to Talkin' Pets. I'm Jon Patch.
I'm Kellyanne Payne. I'm Jenna Winters.
I love Will Smith. You know, I appreciate Will because this is a scary story, this is what this one's called, and, you know, he's clean. I like that about a rapper. Doesn't have to use bad words in order to make it sound good.
What? Na. There you go.
Well, happy Halloween to everybody out there listening. By the way, if you want to check us out live on the webcam, you can click on my new website. Check it out, talkinpets.com. No G in the talkin', Talkin, pets.com. Top of the page, you'll see where you can watch live. If you click on that button, you can watch us live right now on the webcam, and you can chat with us on there if you want to as well. And you can tell us or say anything you want on the chat room because it doesn't go out over the air. So do what you will on our webcam only. So check it out, talkinpets.com, Talkin pets.com, talkinpets.com. By the way, we're speaking with Brent Atwater. The books are called I'm Home, A Dog's Never-Ending Love Story, and of course she's got one out, A Cat's Never-Ending Love Story as well. You can find them, right, Brent, at your site, which is Just Plain Love Books, and then also you've got BrentAtwater.com. Now, I wanted to ask you about reincarnation and all. Before we go real quick to Jane, Jane's got a question for you about her dog in Monterey, California. You know, when you talk about reincarnation, and in this book, of course, I'm Home, you talk about pets, you know, when you lose a pet, and we know how traumatic it is for everybody to lose their pet because they are our family, but you talk about them coming back. So how many times can you say that an animal would be reincarnated? Is there a certain...
processes determines their spiritual agreement with your soul. My dog has been back 5 times in my lifetime. That's the one with a B on the bottom. Some people come back twice. Some only come and be with the owner 1 time. But it depends on the spiritual soul agreement that they made.
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, it's weird. When I got my cats, Rainy and Snowy, I went to the animal shelter and I picked out. Well, I should say Rainy picked me out.
So she picked you out.
Yeah, she was grabbing for me. She wanted to go home with me. There was 5 of them in there in the litter, and she just would not let go of me.
That's because she knew you were hers.
Yeah, and I knew that she was mine because, you know, and vice versa, because it's just, I knew it.
That's called soul recognition.
And then the brother, of course, I adopted because he probably would have been put to sleep because he was so bad off. And I brought him home. So I've got the 2 of them here now. But
you mean they've got you?
Yeah, true. But it's amazing because, you know, we say that a lot of times to people when they're going to you know, a shelter to pick out a pet for the family. Let the pet pick you, and a lot of times maybe because that pet's coming back to you.
That's right.
So let's go real quick to Jane's got a question for you, Brent, in Monterey, California, about her dog. Hey, Jane, how you doing? Is it Janie or Jane?
Janie.
Janie. Hey, Janie, how you doing? You've got a question for Brent regarding your dog?
Yes, I'd like to know how much longer Lola will be here with me.
What's your dog's name, Janie?
Lola.
Lola. What do you think, Brent?
The first thing I hear is 5.5 months. I don't know how old Lola is, but I just immediately got 5.5 months.
Okay.
How old is Lola?
She's almost 11.
And she's having issues
Yeah.
in her stomach? She having trouble eating?
Yeah.
I think the best thing you can do, there's one thing you can do to help her because some days she's not stable and she's really sort of weak. Is that correct?
More or less, yeah.
Okay. There's a little prayer you can do, and I think this is one of the best things that I'd love to share on television on this today, because if you hold her front paws, Janie, and if you say, I ask, and it is my intent through the love of my heart to send you my life force energy to use as you so choose. And the critical part of that is to say, to use as you so choose. That will give her energy. It will calm her down. For animals that are preparing to cross, it will allow them to go to sleep and not suffer horrific things. For animals that want to heal, I've seen animals that everybody thought was gone, and the owner did that, and the animal turned around, used that energy, and got well.
Great.
So the critical part of that prayer is, I send you my life force energy to use as you so choose. Then the animal's soul makes the determination of whether they want to stay longer or what they want to do with it.
And you talk about this process in your book, too, right? I'm
Yeah.
Home, A Dog's Never-Ending Love Story. Well, I know we have a couple books that we're going to give away. So, Janie in Monterey, we're going to send you a copy of Brent Atwater's book as well for your dog.
Thank you so much.
And is it spelled Lola?
Lola.
Okay, so we'll monogram it to Janie and Lola.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
And we'll ship that out to you in Monterey, California. So stay on the line and speak with Mark, our producer. And our best to you with your dog. And spend a lot of good quality time there. 11 years old, that's, your dog is up there, that's for sure, a geriatric stage.
Another thing, too, Janie, if you will walk Lola as best she can for a while, after she eats, it'll help transfer from her stomach through her intestines.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
Best.
And not fast, just steady. Just, she'll probably want to go to lay down because she's not feeling good, but that'll help her assimilate and digest better.
Anything that will help, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Best with that, Janie. That's Janie out there in Monterey, California. If you've got a question about your pet for our guest, Brent Atwater, give us a call at 866-606-TALK, 866-606-8255. The books are called I'm Home, A Dog's Never-Ending Love Story, and also A Cat's Never-Ending Love Story. Two separate books. You can find them at BrentAtwater.com, and, of course, they are put out through as well as Just Plain Love Books as well. Also, I wanted to ask you, when a pet gets reincarnated, Brent, can it come back in a human form?
From the research that I have done, according to the yogi tradition, energy life force progresses from a low cellular level to a high cellular level. But that's the yogic view. In most of the 87% of the world's religions that are the older religions that believe in reincarnation, they don't feel that it's a progression to a lower energy vibration. A pet's animal vibration is like, let's say, a 10 megahertz, whereas a human's body is a 62 to 72 megahertz. So usually when an animal reincarnates, it reincarnates within the vibrational megahertz that it came in the original body.
That's amazing. And what about the fact about coming back in another pet form? Like if it was
well, I had
cat,
a bird
can it come
the
back
other
as...
day. The bird passed away, and then it's coming back as a cat. But usually, because the animal has made a soul agreement with you, it knows what you like, and it's going to come back with the particular qualities, and usually some extra special ones that you prefer, because he knows his journey is to go with you. So he's not going to put Martha's qualities.
If you've got a question for Brent Atwater, pick up the phone and give us a call at 866-606-8255. Brent's here with us for the hour, so pick up the phone, give us a call. Just like Janie, if you've got a question about your pet, your dog, your cat, your horse, pick up the phone, give us a call. 866-606-8255. And we may have a book to send to you as well. 866-606-8255. I'm Jon Patch.
I'm Kellyanne Payne.
I'm Jenna Winters.
Check us out on the webcam at talkinpets.com, TALKIN pets.com. This is Talkin' Pets.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
you ask the question, what do I want? What do I need? I'll take affection. I really should mention I need time. I need love. I crave attention. Listen to waiting by the door. I'll bring it for you. With shaking tails and happy hearts. I'll bring it for you. And running circles round the floor. I'll bring it for you. That's always when the party starts. For me, they are my friends. They are my children. They are the furry students and kids. They are my family. They understand me. That's how I love my pets.
I Love My Pets, the new single by Mark Winter, available on iTunes.
New York, the glitz, the glamour, the exciting Mutt-tropolis, the sparkling kitty city that never sleeps. Join us each week for Pets in the City with your host, Diane West. Celebrity pet sightings, hot events, and news and reviews with the hottest movers, shakers, and tail waggers in New York. So take a bite out of the Big Apple with Pets in the City every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
And then the animal news out there, out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Several state parks will limit park access as the Department of Natural Resources conducts controlled hunts to reduce the population of Canada geese. The DNR said goose waste at park beaches, picnic areas, and on bank fishing areas have raised concerns about public health and increased operating costs. The hunts will start in November. Kellyanne?
Indianola, Iowa, the Humane Society of the United States is offering a $2,500 reward in a dog poisoning case in the central part of the state. The reward was offered in the poisoning of as many as four dogs in the Hartford in August.
In Charleston, South Carolina, the city is trying everything from floating lights to coyote decoys to convince a flock of Canadian geese to fly away from a city park. The Post and Courier of Charleston reported about 30 geese have taken up residence in Hampton Park because park visitors feed them.
Bismarck, North Dakota, fishery crews said this year's salmon spawning operation in Lake Sakakawea was an operation in one of the best in years. The State Game and Fish Department said crews collected more than 1 million eggs from the lake and from the river below the Garrison Dam. The average size of females was 8 pounds, the largest since 2001.
And once again, you're listening to Talkin' Pets. I'm Jon Patch.
I'm Kellyanne Payne. I'm Jenna Winters.
Pick up the phone, give us a call at 866-606-TALK. And once again, you're listening to Talkin' Pets. I'm Jon Patch.
I'm Kellyanne Payne. I'm Jenna Winters.
We're speaking with Brent Atwater. She's the author of I'm Home, A Dog's Never-Ending Love Story. Also, she's got I'm Home, A Cat's Never-Ending Love Story. You can find them at BrentAtwater.com. That's her website, so check it out. But we're speaking with Brent right now, and if you have a question about your pet's health, pick up the phone and give us a call because she will tell you exactly what's going on with your pet. 866-606-TALK. 866-606-8255. That's the number to call. 866-606-8255. Brent, in your book you talk about, when we're talking about reincarnation, what about if you have a pet, and your pet is maybe having like a health issue, of course, kind of like Janie in Monterey, California. Her dog is, 11 years old. But if that dog were to pass on, or before it passes on, can it be reincarnated before that stage? Is it possible?
Okay, what you're talking about is okay. Everybody has a energy life source. When Lola's life source, using them as an example, would pass on, Lola's life source could have a pre-arranged agreement called a walk-in with an animal that has already been on Earth for a day, a month, or several years. And that delivery vehicle of that animal would then go back to the universe or God or heaven, whoever you call your higher source, and Lola's soul would take that perfectly used body that had been delivered in the prearrangement for her to come in. So there are times when you think, well, how could that dog be my reincarnated pet when it's older than my pet that died, or my pet was a puppy and that it was already alive? That's a soul exchange. And that was predetermined before each of the pets came to Earth, just like human walk-ins. They have a predetermined exchange of souls to use a perfectly good body.
You know, it's interesting. There's so many things happening out there, like with movies and stuff, where they're talking about reincarnation and death and all. I mean, Hereafter is out in the theaters by Clint Eastwood, which I saw not too long ago. And actually, you can read my review on talkinpets.com. But interesting, I mean, to think, we all wonder, I mean, we're none of us, whether human or animal, are here forever. And we wonder what's going to happen to us afterwards.
Well, your energy's here forever. Your vehicle that your energy rides around in.
So the body, of course, the body dies.
It's just a leased vehicle.
And dissipates, and it's gone, whether it's cremated or it disintegrates into the ground.
Yep.
But your energy does move on.
Yeah, your energy is infinite. Physically, energy is an infinite.
But how does your energy know where it's going to go?
Well, from the studies I did, when you and I were sitting up on little clouds up there, you picked where you wanted to go, and I picked where I wanted to go. It's like, yeah, I like that one down there. Let's do that this time.
So your energy could have a choice.
Yes.
So, and that choice could be going back to the people or the pets that they've loved.
Yes.
Or not, or yes. Moving on to something totally different. Yes. You know, that kind of answers some questions
the old
for
free
me.
Will choice thing.
Yeah, that kind of answers some questions about, like, deja vu, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will have, I have deja vu quite a bit. And
well, when you're given that, you have a choice to go into the situation that you've been warned about or not.
Oh, and the pets actually make that choice as well with their energy?
Yes, because think about it. Pets live on instinctive energy more than humans do.
Do you have, Kellyanne, do you have any questions? You have 2 dogs. Do you have any questions about your dog?
Oh, I do. I would love to know about particularly my older dog, Nemo.
Nemo?
Nemo. Captain
That's
Nemo.
Your soul dog.
He was Nemo before he was before there was a fish.
Yeah, he was your soul dog, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, I adore him, and I would love to know anything you can tell me about him.
I need a little more direction than that. Other than I know he's your soul dog. The minute you said it, he's a king dog.
You could
started
just
her
tell.
Career.
He seems healthy. He's an older dog. Obviously,
That's
he
14?
came before the fish. Yeah, he's 14.
Okay.
Well.
And he seems healthy. I know he's older and.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any difference. I mean, I've seen golden retrievers that were 18 that were perfectly healthy.
And I had one till 19. So.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, good.
Oh, you're doing something right there, Kellyanne.
It's probably because, I'm going to say this. She has a very loving energy, and it's palpable. And so they probably feel very safe, and then because they feel safe in her energy field, then, and I'm getting chills when I say this, that basically an animal in that kind of field will live longer because they're not fighting stress. Now, cats absorb negative energy.
I believe that.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I believe that as well.
And they, lots of times, are given to people to absorb the negative energy around them. The cats, that's something that's lots of times when we'll have cat, I've had to talk to the owners and say, look, you're killing your cat with the environment the cat's in because the cat's body is protecting you, and it's more important that you change the adventures around the cat so that the cat can live. Because they are known for being absorbers of negative energy.
You know, it's interesting with my male cat, Snowy, he happened to pee on my kitchen rug the other day.
Well, he was marking his territory.
Yeah, you think that's what it's coming down to?
Either that or he has a bladder infection.
He had one before.
Okay.
You
might look at that again then.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, because especially with male cats, they are prone to that.
Mm-hmm. And the male cat urine is one of the hardest things in the world to get out of anything.
Oh, it's horrible. It is. It's absolutely horrible. I was just having a conversation with that the other day. They were talking about their dog pee on the rug, and I was like, oh, please.
Well, that's
try
like
cat.
Girl, in the book, the cat's there's a story in there about a cat named Dirty. And this cat, every time he wants to get the lady's attention, he just sort of like gets up in the middle of the night and pees through her down comforters. And the end of the story says, oh, does he have to reincarnate again? And we ended the book on that. But he's a very loving cat, but that's how he gets her attention. She said, I knew he was mine when I didn't kill him, and I kept him.
It's interesting because Snowy kept bringing his favorite toy over to that rug by the kitchen sink, and then he would leave it there. And then when I'd come home or whatever, it would always be there. And then when I would move it, then that was the time that he actually peed on that rug.
Well, that's his space. What are you not getting?
All right, so I do just live in this house, don't I?
Yeah, they're going to say on their terms.
Exactly. Yeah, this book is absolutely fascinating. Your life is fascinating, Brent. And, so far, you're 2 for 2 there. You were right on with Kellyanne, and you were right on there, of course, with
Hey, even a blind hog finds a
Janie.
nut every now and then.
What about our producer over there, Jenna? Miss Jenna, you have a dog.
I do. I have Gidget.
Gidget.
Yes.
What's going on with Gidget?
Gidget is, she's getting her hair cut today. She's
What's wrong with Jenna's knee?
My knee?
You got a knee going, Jenna?
I have arthritis. My
okay.
right knee's been bothering me.
Okay.
Wow.
Anything else?
Well, no, the minute you stay with Jenna, I'm hearing she got a knee thing going. Okay, get to the dogs. I'm telling my guys, get to the dogs, and they're going on Jenna. It's like,
no, you can stay with me. I want to know if I'm going to...
John, that's how it comes in. It just, you flip
No, I know.
Everybody visits at one time.
Yep, I know.
Wow. All right.
So,
No, Gidget, she's very afraid of men. She's petrified. We adopted her from a shelter about 2 years ago, and she is just petrified of men. And if they have facial hair, she'll try to attack them.
Really?
Yeah.
Now being not an animal behaviorist, I don't know the animal behaviorist, dog training part of that. That's not what I do. Intuitively,
right.
It would appear to me that like a human, she experienced something with that form of personality in another incarnation. Mm-hmm. Because normally what you're afraid of in this incarnation is what you had in another incarnation. Like my mother was afraid of always swimming. Well, she, drowned in another incarnation. And in this incarnation, you're just fearful of water. And a lot of times, and I don't know, this is where, Kellyanne, this is your specialty, and you know more about animal behavior than I do. I just, I can look at their insides. But from the reincarnation perspective, that's what I'm aware of, is that perhaps they experienced that in another incarnation, and that she came to be with you to overcome it. Because I'm going to ask this of you. Kellyanne, when you're doing dogs, don't some dogs fit with some personalities better than others?
Oh, absolutely.
So to me, that's maybe a reincarnation thing. Like my dog doesn't know what people are, but he just doesn't act like a dog. His neurons don't go there. But with people, he's just like he might as well be one. So to me, when you say that about your dog, I would think that he had bad experiences in another incarnation with that, unless you knew he was abused or you got him in a pet shelter or something.
We did get him in a pet shelter. Do you have anything on Nappy, a dog that I grew up taking care of?
I'm going to have you think about that.
Yeah, let me think about that one.
Yeah, because
immediately
we've got to take a little break on this one. So when we come back, we'll find out Nappy?
Yeah, Nappy. He's a Lhasa Apso Cocker Spaniel mix.
Nappy. Okay. We'll see what Brent has to say about Nappy when we come back. But if you've got a question or comment or a concern, give us a call. 866-606-TALK. 866-606-8255. 866-606-TALK is the number. We're speaking with Brent Atwater. I'm Home, A Dog's Never-Ending Love Story is the book. You got a question, we'll send you a copy of the book as well for your dog or your cat, because she's got both books. I'm Jon Patch.
I'm Kellyanne Payne. I'm Jenna Winters.
866-606-8255. Pick up the phone, give us a call if you've got a question for Brent. She's only going to be with us for a couple more minutes.
Talkin' Pets. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
How many pets is too many? Do you know somebody whose life is overwhelmed by their animals? Maybe we can help. We're looking for people to be in a new TV series about really large animal families. We can offer expert help, free resources, and the chance to tell their story. If you or someone you know owns a house full of animals, call us toll-free at 1-877-MY-8-PETS. That's 1-877-MY-8-PETS.
Hello! I'm Deborah Wolf, and I'm inviting you to my animal party on Pet Life Radio. The dress code? Come as you are. Pajamas, a tux, You can even go naked like your pets. Unleash your party animal at my animal party. Guests you know from Animal Planet, TV, radio, the news, and bookstores will be joining me. And that's because after I won Best Pet Radio in America from the DWAA, I got my paw in the door and I met a lot of amazing people. And the best of the best are going to be coming to the party. They're coming to party with us. So join us at the Animal Party. Don't miss the party.
Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com. Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
And once again, you're listening to Talkin' Pets. I'm Jon Patch.
I'm Kelly M. Payne.
I'm Jenna Winters.
866-606-TALK. 866-606-8255. Happy Halloween to everybody listening across the country. And if you got a couple minutes, you got a question about your pet in the psychic realm, pick up the phone and give us a call. 866-606-8255. 866-606-TALK. Real quick, on Nappy, and then we're going to move on to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We got a question for you, Brent Atwater. But what's the story on Nappy?
The only thing I ever got was if he may have had sarcophagic mange, and that's the only thing I could pick up.
Oh, yeah, he did.
You're kidding.
I think so.
That's the only thing I got on him.
If I'm...
It's hair. It's
I heard the word mange, and then I heard sarcophagic. I don't know if there's such a thing as that, but that's what I heard when I kept asking.
There is, actually. And that's hair loss?
Yeah.
And
right before
Nappy
he
had
died.
hair?
Yep, right before he died.
Really? Maybe that's my problem. My hairline is just getting more and
You
more...
have sarcophagus. Move my chair over.
Maybe fleas, too.
Thanks. Let's go out to Matt.
Well, if you line them up, they can look like little hairs.
Yeah. Real good, Brent. Matt in Hattiesburg, Mississippi has a question. Matt, do you have a dog or a cat or?
I have a dog. Me and my wife have a dog, and it's a 3-year-old border collie.
Yay!
She's with it though.
What's his name?
Izzy. It's a girl.
It's a girl,
dog.
Izzy.
Yeah. Yeah, Izzy. Beautiful dog.
What's the problem with him? With her?
She seems to want to mount everything in sight. I mean, every dog, every human, furniture. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like she'll mount everything, and we're just trying to figure out how to get her to stop doing that. It's kind of embarrassing.
Do you have any comments on that one, Brent?
No, that's not mine.
Kellyanne?
Well, typically mounting behavior is social, not sexual, so just relax.
So I have a social issue.
It's more of a social issue. When you said you had a 3-year-old border collie, that my typical follow-up question to that is, do you also have a herd of sheep? Because border collies just have tremendous energy. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that. Yeah. And they get bored. They get bored easily, and they frustrate. And sometimes a way of releasing that frustration is through a mounting behavior, which again, social, not sexual.
Right.
It's sort of a redirected behavior issue. Exercise can certainly help with it.
Right.
I know it's probably embarrassing. You're like, oh.
What do you think about like the Kong toy? Throw the Kong toy down with some peanut butter, stuff like that. Keep him busy. Keep her busy.
Teach her an incompatible behavior. Something like chasing a Kong toy. Stuff a Kong toy. I love Kong toys. Do you know what a Kong is?
No, it sounds interesting.
Kong.
It's a king.
It's the king of toys. It is. It's sort of a 3-tiered hollow rubber toy that you can stuff with treats, food. I can tell you my border collie cross, he didn't even have a food dish. I just got rid of his food dish. He was fed exclusively through his Kong toys, just because I needed to provide him with an energy outlet. And I run, but I can't run that much. And so I fed him through his Kong toys to help wear him out mentally when I couldn't wear him out physically. So look for doggy puzzles and things of that nature to help reduce some of that energy.
I mean, with the border collie like that, that's the bottom line there, Matt. You gotta keep her busy because
that cum toy, that 3-tiered cum toy.
You can find that in any pet stores. They carry it. I actually know the owner of the company. They're great toys. I mean,
my wife, she knows Amy. You know her. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely. And then like peanut butter, you can fill it with peanut butter and freeze it, and then
that was kind of weird.
That'll keep her busy for quite a while.
And if you go to Kong's website, they have tons of recipes on there that you can stuff with.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm excited. Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, Matt, stay on the line, too. We're going to send you a complimentary copy of the book, I'm Home, A Dog's Never-Ending Love Story by Brent Atwater.
That's fantastic.
Hey, and Matt, it's about Border Collies.
Yeah. Perfect.
There you go. Fits right in. So enjoy it. There's the tie-in. Congratulations, Matt. Stay on the line. Speak with Mark. We'll get your information. 866-606-TALK, 866-606-8255. You know what, Brent? I can talk with you all day, and there's never enough time in an hour. And I'll tell you, I find you fascinating.
Well, thank you.
And it's just I find what you do fascinating. For my own reasons as well. You know a little bit about what I'm talking about.
I'm being more private than you are.
Yeah.
Confidentiality here.
Exactly, but it's an interesting world. It really is, and congratulations on your books. I'm Home, and A Dog's Never-Ending Love Story, and of course A Cat's Never-Ending Love Story, and you have a horse one coming out as well. Mm-hmm. So we have time for one more question real quick if somebody wants to call in.
I'm trying to get Jenna, is that you in the striped top?
Yes.
Okay, be careful what you need.
Okay.
Because if you don't, it'll get water on it and get worse.
I'm going to ask you real quick, too, a certain thing about Kellyanne Payne over here before we say goodbye on the human aspect. Do you have something on Kellyanne?
I was focusing over there they were telling me, Kelly, let me think about it and then I can email you, right?
Sure.
Okay. Because that was just like a quick, and I was still focusing on Jenna.
That's okay.
Because they just like they told me.
Everybody focuses it on Jenna. It's all about Jenna. It's Jenna's world.
Wait, what's wrong with my knee?
When you got ready to hang up, I said to you, John, I need to tell you this.
Yes.
Well, before I was getting ready to hang up, I needed to tell Jenna that. So.
And you were spot on. I have to admit, when Brent and I were talking on the phone during the week, and she told me not to hang up, that she had something to tell me, and you were 100% right on with that. So thanks for telling me that.
Okay, we'll chat about that later, okay?
And but I mean, of course, how can people find you, Brent, if they want to reach you, not only for their pets, but for themselves as well?
BrentAtwater.com. That's the main site, and they can just find me there.
I'll tell you, I mean, like I said, I've worked with a lot of different people and everything, and you're right on the money. Just amazing. So
maybe if the reviewer response is enough, they'll ask you to have me back, and we all can chat again one time.
They don't have to ask me. I'm already going to have you back.
Okay. Because I love because I don't do what your other ladies do.
Yeah, well, I'm totally fascinated by you, and you've won me over. So I'm looking forward to having you back from time to time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Brent, congratulations on the books. Like I said, I wish we had more time in this hour. And if people want to check out Brent Atwater, do it at BrentAtwater.com.
Or if they've got questions for the future, slam John with questions so that he'll get us back quicker.
There you go. That's good, too. By the way, Brent, we're still going to be on, Kelly and I, for another 2 hours. So if you want to come on to our webcam there at TalkinPets.com, I'd be curious, because I want to see it myself. You can email her what you have for Kelly on there, because I'd like to see what you have to say. So,
I think I'm going to say this. What I'm hearing right now is she's got something more complex than either of you do.
Well, a lot more complex than I would have.
And I don't mean that smarty, but I mean it's something that's more complex that I have to think about. I'm just being told it's more complex. It wasn't sort of like the eye or anything like that.
Well, you think about it, because then we do got to say goodbye. We're on a time thing here. But Brent Atwater, BrentAtwater.com. Everybody check it out. She's remarkable. Brent, thanks for joining
us.
Thank
you, John, Jenna, and Mark, and Kellyanne.
Talk to you again very soon.
Happy Halloween.
Same to you. Bye-bye.
Let's Talk Pets. Every week on demand. Only on PetLifeRadio.com.